Today I'm speaking with Aeshia Branch of Pretty Girl Sweat, a health leadership program and fitness community. We dive deep into Aeshia's love of sports and fitness and how a certain first lady inspired her to create Pretty Girl Sweat. I'm so glad you made it. Thank you for coming.
Of course. I couldn't imagine doing anything else.
Oh, good. We haven't seen each other in a really long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Hopefully we can catch up today.
Okay.
What you been doing? What's keeping you busy these days?
Everything. Work, Pretty Girl Sweat.
Yes.
Kids, husband.
Yes.
I'm always doing something. There's never a dull day.
Right.
Yeah.
And in addition to Pretty Girl Sweat, you are like the top basketball mom.
Going to give me my flowers.
Yeah. You are busy. Are you traveling with them?
Oh, absolutely. The month of July alone, we're everywhere. We're in like 4 different states just for July alone. So all throughout the season, we're gone.
And so both the girls are still playing?
Well, one is injured, but she's getting better. Well, not severely injured. She's getting better. She just took off this AAU season, but she still traveled with us. So I was still dealing with both kids at the same time. And but she's back in it, and school season will be around in November, and they'll both be hitting the road too. Because they even travel for their school team. They're part of like a nationally ranked school team. So they play on a national schedule.
This is serious.
It's real deal. Real deal.
Do they want to be go pro?
Well, the thing is, neither one of them want to go pro. They just want to go to the college of their choice. And my 16-year-old, she already has 2 college offers. So I'm so proud of her. She got those this summer with all that travel, so it paid off. And she just wants to go to school out of state or in state, whatever school fits her soul best. That's where she wants to go. And that's the same for the youngest. They just want to go to the college of their choice. Yeah. And of course, get some NIL money.
Yes. That's the great thing about sports too. I mean, it's that discipline, it's the team aspect, but also the college situation if you're good enough.
Get a degree and, be able to start your career debt free. That's a blessing. So.
That's great. Yeah. So the other day I went to a birthday party with my daughter. It was at the golf course, Bobby Jones here in Atlanta. And one of the moms, I think it was the mom who was hosting it actually, she was, it was her. She was explaining that there are so few girls in golf that if you want your kid to get a scholarship for a sport, and they might not be basketball because basketball is competitive, or tennis or whatever other competitive sport, golf apparently there are too few women in it. And so you don't have to be Tiger Woods. You could get a scholarship much easier, even if you're not the most athletic type of golfer.
Oh, absolutely.
But you got to be a girl. You got to be a girl.
Got to be a girl.
Not
so
the
I
boys.
have a friend whose daughter plays golf, but she's also a volleyball star. And she truly is a star in both sports. So I get what you're saying. But even outside of getting a scholarship, golf is just a sport that you can carry throughout your entire life. You're making deals on the golf course. It's a lifelong sport. So I encourage any parent, whether you want them to go to college or not for that sport, to just teach them how to play golf. Get your kids on the golf course because it's going to change their lives.
I didn't even think of it like that. That's a good point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, baby J.
Hey, get her out there.
She enjoyed it too.
I'm telling you.
She had so much fun running around and being out. I like it that it's also outside.
Yes.
But so I started playing tennis.
How's that going?
Oh man, it's going awesome. I'm so passionate about it. I'm not very good. I played.
So funny. You're like, I'm not. Let me
be honest. I feel like Serena Williams when I'm playing, and then if I look at myself play, I'll sometimes film myself, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And also, if I play people who are better than me, I'm like, I'm terrible. But it's okay because I'm so obsessed. It's so much fun. But another thing I like about that is that lifelong, like golf, you literally can play it at 90. Literally until, as long as you can stand up and hold something in your arms, you can play these sports.
Absolutely.
And they're great for your brain also. But I like what you just said about the fact that deals happen on the golf course.
They do.
Yes. And networking is everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's all who you know. Okay, we're going to have to sign my girl up for that then.
Out there.
How did your girls? I know, right? Get the vitamin D, get the healthy, all the good stuff. Oh, yeah. How did your girls start playing basketball?
Well, the first sport they ever played, well, it wasn't playing. They swam. Like I put those kids in swim class immediately at like 6 months. I was like, you got to learn how to swim because we're going on vacation. And I cannot be, so worried about whether or not you're going to drown or not. We're going to swim. So they did swimming first. Then we transitioned to soccer. That's always the next sport, I feel.
For the littles.
Yeah, for the littles. Yeah. So they were doing a lot of running around. My youngest was like, okay, enough with the soccer. I'm over this. The oldest one, she was just really dominant in the sport, but to the point where it got so boring, where she just was just taking over. Like the ball was always in her, by her feet, So they then put her in like a goalie position. Hilarious. I remember we were at an indoor soccer facility and they were playing Rihanna, Shine Bright Like a Diamond, and she started zoning out and she started singing the song, singing and dancing. So they were like, wait a minute, girl, you're supposed to be watching.
She's just performing.
Yeah, she's performing. Like you're going to get hit in the head with the ball. Goodness. So, but basketball started for them at 5 years old. That's like young. That's pretty much when like organized basketball starts for girls. I don't think for boys it starts any younger, but definitely 5 years old. That's when.
Well, where's the net? Is it lower, or they're not throwing the ball up there?
Lower. It's definitely lower.
Is that little tiny?
It's not tiny, but it's lower. Okay. Like it's lower.
What about is it the same ball or the like little balls?
Well, it's the same balls, but they're the women's size balls.
I didn't know there were different sizes.
Yes, there are.
I don't know anything about sports. I just know how to Now I've newly learned how to swing a racket.
Okay.
I didn't know they had different size balls.
There's 2 different sizes.
Okay. So the little kids use the women's same size as women's.
The girls use the women's. I can't speak on boys sports. On boys basketball. But for girls, they use the women's ball. The goal is just a little bit lower. They have certain rules depending on whatever program you're in. We started off with like Upward, which is a really simple program. Like the rules are just very easy for kids to understand and they make it very fair. It's like they kind of evaluate each child and they make sure that they pair up the child with a certain skill level with a child who has a similar skill level. So that way they're not defending someone who is not as skilled and it just makes them not want to play the sport anymore. So I do love that. It's also faith-based, so they give them an opportunity to learn, about, the Bible and stuff like that, and just life skills. And then from there, you decide, like after a few years, is this something that you want to continue doing? Like you look at your kid, like, are they good enough to move to the next level? And my kids were good enough. They were dominating. It was bad. It was kind of like, my kids are 6 feet tall and they're like 15 and 16. So just imagine how tall they were at like 5 years old. It was crazy. Wow. So it was time to go into like travel basketball. Yeah. They've been there ever since.
That's incredible. Yeah. So back then, were you an athlete?
Oh yeah, girl.
Okay.
Yes.
You were track, right?
Volleyball, basketball, track.
Okay.
Sport athlete, yeah.
Basketball too. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I realized you did basketball.
Yeah, I played basketball.
And you grew up in New York?
I grew up in New York and in Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, so that's how I actually started playing sports. So when I grew up in New York, I played no sports. The only sports I ever did was like field day.
Okay, running around.
I was killing it though in field day. I was getting all the ribbons. Like it was amazing. But when I moved to the South, when I moved to Tennessee, my dad's a computer programmer. His job moved him down here. And that's when I kind of found my love for sports, and truly out of necessity, because I just needed confidence and I needed friendship. And I actually started trying to be a cheerleader. That's the funny thing. So I wasn't playing the sports that I tried to be a cheerleader. And when I say tried, I mean tried, meaning I tried out and failed. Like I did not work. I did not make the
They saw bigger things for you. Okay.
They must have, because I was not good at that at all. And I felt like I could dance and I had some rhythm, but I couldn't just do the moves.
Cheer is like not the same.
It's not.
No.
And I failed miserably at that.
How old were you?
I was in middle school. And so at the time, I guess I was probably like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And so I tried out and they were like, girl, no. Like, it's not going to work for you. You're like, bye. And so as I was walking down the hallway, a volleyball coach spotted me. She's like, you're so tall.
The height.
She's like, why won't you try out for the volleyball team? And I said, I know not one thing about volleyball. And I've never played it before. I don't even know what volleyball is really. And so she was like, okay, well, listen, just come to a tryout. We can teach you.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went and I made the team. And that's how I really found my core group of friends in middle school, because we all played volleyball. And then all those same girls played basketball too. So they're like, oh, just now you can play basketball with us. Now I knew something about basketball. I'd played basketball in my driveway with my dad for years, and he would never let me win. So I was very competitive and I was a go-getter when it came to that sport. And I was also pretty quick. So my strength on the basketball court was I was a good defender. So I could get up and down the court really quickly, and I could defend, and I could, steal the ball and everything. So that was that. So that's how I started playing basketball. And then track came naturally, and then I really took off.
Did you do all three of them at the same time?
Well, yeah, they're
different seasons.
Different seasons, yeah. So right now, even my girls, they play volleyball now. So yeah, they play volleyball too. They had for the school that they go to, they had to be volleyball players. So they had to learn how to also play volleyball. They just started last year.
Staying active. And even the 16-year-old, she's already starting. So she's learned that quickly how to play the sport. There were some transferable skills from basketball to that, but not many. And the timing is a little bit different, but she picked it up. And my youngest daughter too, she's killer, with the serving and everything. So I'm very proud of them. They're figuring it out. So you start off with volleyball, then you go to basketball season, then it's track season. And that's in the spring.
That's in the spring.
You said basketball starts in November.
Basketball never ends.
Oh, really?
Let's just keep it real.
Oh, because in the summer y'all were doing it.
If you were an elite basketball player,
all the time.
It don't stop. It doesn't stop. It's literally you will play fall ball in September and you train in September. Then October, you really get into practice. November, the season starts. Championships are around February, March, and then you head into travel season starting in March. And travel season doesn't end till the end of July. And then if you get picked up to whether it's Team USA or if you're playing for any other elite program, you'll be playing in August. So it's all year.
So this is some serious discipline being taught here, which is great.
Yes,
and then they say they want to go to college and then they want to not play pro, but they'll have those skills.
Oh, for sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
When do y'all have time for vacation?
Girl, get me started. Okay, when do we have time for vacation? The funniest thing is that we always took vacations between Christmas and New Year's. That was our annual tradition. My husband is in the music industry, and that's truly the only time of the year that things settle down and he can really be on vacation without having to be on the phone or answering emails. So that's always been a thing. But now our kids are in high school, so there is no travel during Christmas. Last year on Christmas, you know where I was? I was on a plane, girl.
Oh my gosh.
We had to, with our school team.
Christmas Day?
With the school team.
Y'all are serious.
So yeah, it never ends.
Commitment.
But it is a commitment, but at the same time, if you're on the right school team, right program, you're gonna feel like everybody's family anyway.
Yes,
so it still is fun, to just travel with them and experience the holidays with them too. But it is what it is. Now, spring break, we don't really have spring break.
No, you're working.
We're busy too during spring break, even for sports. But this year, we actually got to take a spring break, and we took one with my mom to Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's
amazing.
Nice.
And the only reason why we took one because we were actually not gonna do travel ball this year. Both of my kids were gonna take this year off from travel and just train. And that never happens because when a team finds out that you're not committed to another team, they immediately try to pick you up. They're like, how can we get you over here?
Really?
And so there was a program that we felt would be a good fit for her, even though we wanted to take a break.
Right.
And also my kids don't like to sit still, especially the 16-year-old. So she said she wanted to take a break. But after 3 weeks, she was like, yeah, I think I need to play. I need to play. You go on Instagram and you see people posting and stuff. And you're like, I need to be out there. I got to get out there. So yeah, but at least we got that trip in. So that's the only reason why we took a vacation.
Finally, this year.
Because we said we were going to take a break for a few weeks and boom.
You have your hands full. But the thing is, when you have kids, your kids are, older than my daughter, but doesn't it go by so fast anyway?
Too fast.
It's not so all of life. You're not going to be doing this for much longer, and then you still have many, many decades, God willing, after that. It's you just enjoy it, right?
My 16-year-old is driving.
Is she?
Just whipping all around this city. And so I don't even have that responsibility anymore. I used to have to take them everywhere. And now she's the responsible driver that takes her and her sister to everything. So whether it's fun stuff or work stuff or school stuff. Yeah.
That is, it goes fast.
I know, but they still need me to cook for them.
Okay. So, thank God. Don't ever teach them to cook.
I know.
No cooking, no cleaning. I will do it for you. Oh, it's like my daughter, she's 6.5 now, and she can do a lot of stuff on her own. She can shower on her own, but I still do it. I still bathe her and wash her up. If I'm in a hurry and I'm really busy, I'm like, I'm sorry, because she likes for me to do it. Yeah. I'm like, you're going to have to give yourself a shower. You know how to do it. I trust you. But 99% of the time, I'm lathering her up, I do her face.
I know.
Oh, because it just goes by so fast.
It does. I remember so you said she's 6, right? So I was still doing that at 6. I want to say 8 or 9, probably 8. I remember when they were complete, like, independent with everything.
And then they'll tell you, right?
Well, it was the time where I was like, oh my, I don't even know what's going on with you. Because at that point, you don't even see their bodies anymore, right? Because they're so independent. And I'm like, are you putting lotion on? Like, or are you doing this? I wouldn't know at the time, unless it was a piece of area that was out.
Like, that's a little ashy.
Right.
What's going on?
So I'm just like, please, I hope you're in there doing this, yes. This, please. And so,
thorough. You want them thorough.
I know. So yeah, it does go by fast. And
it does.
Next thing you know, they'll be picking out colleges and having boyfriends. And,
do yours have boyfriends?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even think about that.
I know, it's a lot. My 16-year-old is still like, figuring it out.
Okay.
The younger one, she's the people like her in these streets.
That's hilarious.
She's like, okay, she's breaking up with people.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy. Yeah,
she still finds room in her schedule to,
she does. But then she realizes she just turned 15, so she's like, I'm young, so I don't want anything too serious.
That's right, girl.
I know you like me, you're cool and all, but like, come on, just
we're 15.
Chill out a little bit. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. Yeah.
It's so funny. I remember being 15 and having my first boyfriend, and really, I was naive. I really thought, like, I didn't have that mentality of like, we're just 15. We're not even going to know each other in 5 years.
Exactly.
5 years. I'm 20. Like, I'm definitely not going to know you anymore. Yeah. I didn't think like that. I was like, this is it. This is forever.
Married tomorrow. I'm like, love of my life,
Like, now, what was your name? I don't even remember what your name was at this point.
And they try to send you a friend request on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, wait, first of all, I'm not even on Facebook. Like, who is this?
That's kind of familiar, but no. Oh well, deny
that part. Yeah.
Wow, you have your hands full. So you're also, let's talk about Pretty Girl Sweat too. Oh, okay, but we're not just let's talk about it. We got to first talk about, because you were an athlete.
Yes.
You were. I didn't realize that you came down here in middle school.
Yeah.
So in Tennessee, did you go to school for athletics? Any of these sports?
No. Well, I remember I wasn't playing a sport, so I came. Oh, you talking about in college?
Before. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, after college.
Oh, after college, yeah. So in college, I actually got a full track scholarship.
Okay, that's what I mean.
I didn't even take it.
You didn't?
No, because the same school offered me a full academic. And I was a lazy athlete. I was that athlete that was very talented. I'm half Jamaican, so I could run.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like it's in us. But I was a lazy athlete, so I was like never stretching properly, not doing recovery, never wanted to do long distance running. And now it's so funny because when I listen to Olympians now, they say they don't like to do long distance running, and they don't do it. They say the longest they run is maybe a mile because as a gut check. But so I'm like, I was onto something. Like I knew running long distance was silly. Like why were they making me do this?
Right, and you're a sprinter, right?
Right, and I'm a sprinter. So whenever we'd have to do conditioning, I would leave with the group and I would say, y'all keep going.
I'm done.
I'm going to be at the corner, at the store, at the convenience store. And then when y'all come back, stop by here, pick me up, and then we'll run back together. Act like I
That's
ran.
So funny.
My coaches are watching.
Sorry.
But that's what I would do. And so I knew like going to school for track was something for me. I didn't want to be an Olympian. I didn't want to pursue this at a higher level.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, get up at 6 a.m. and go to practice. And I got an afternoon practice and I got to travel for meets. But I can go here anyway for free. Right? Yeah, I'm just going to take that academic scholarship.
Great.
Thank you.
So
yeah.
Thank God you got that too. You were actually in the books and studying and getting good grades.
Yeah, for free.
So you had options. Yes. We love options.
I'm like, yes. Yeah.
Good. Okay. And so what did you study in college?
So mass communications. And then I minored in marketing and PR. And and I loved it. So, but what was funny about what I was going to mention was just like sports were a part of me. Like I played them all through middle school and high school. So of course in college, not being an athlete anymore,
right?
That was kind of like the moment where I'm like, I'm not staying in shape. Like, what am I doing? I always worked out because someone made me because it was part of my routine.
Yeah.
But then it wasn't a part of my routine anymore. And so I had to figure out what the heck was I going to do.
Okay. Yeah. And did you like, what did you do? Were you just, now I'm going to be in the gym, or were you still running for fun?
No.
So, nothing.
So there was a rec center that I could see. It was brand spanking new, all glass, beautiful. And I never would go to it because I was so intimidated to go into that building. And it wasn't until I found like a group of friends who would go work out with me, or when I finally started dating this football player. We're not gonna talk about that, but when I started, I would go with him sometimes. So that's how, I started going to the gym. But funny enough, that's what's so important about Pretty Girl Sweat and our like college programs, because it gives girls an opportunity to find their sweat sisterhood and like have a group of girls, to go work out with. And I wish I had that when I was at school, because I would have been way more consistent with my health. Because the freshman 15 is real out here.
Yes. I remember freshman. So which school do you go to?
Middle Tennessee State University.
Okay.
Go Raiders.
Okay, Raiders.
Yeah.
What was mine? I was like, I don't know sports. Well, what was my mascot? I went to Boston University. It was the Bull. No, not the Terriers.
The Terriers.
Because Bulldogs is UGA. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, you're like, listen, all the UGA fans and Boston fans are going to be like.
I know, like, what is she talking about? She does nothing. I don't know anything. I don't, but now I do. Terriers, and y'all were the Raiders.
Yes.
Isn't there's a team, like an NFL team called the Raiders?
Oh, absolutely.
What is that?
Yeah, that's football.
Where is that? Which one is that?
It's LA, right?
I don't know.
I'm like LA, right? Like Raiders. Wait, it's in LA.
Yeah,
no,
sure.
It's got to be in California. Maybe not LA.
It's not
Vegas now.
Oh, Vegas. Oh, well, but they were there.
You were good, because I knew it was something, but I didn't know what state, city. I don't know. I'm so bad because my father was a martial artist. Okay. So that's what I grew up, seeing. My dad, he owned a karate studio. Okay. And I, of course, had to do karate. I
ever knew this.
Yeah, I don't tell nobody. Like, everybody's finding out for the first time because I don't talk about it. But I only got to like yellow belts, which is like the first one. I think the first one they give you the white.
Yes.
And then I think you get a yellow, maybe.
I don't think I made
green.
It past white.
Yeah, I don't remember the numbers, or the colors, but I know I didn't get far.
Okay.
I know I gave up. And again, my dad owned the studio, and I had to go there. Like, I remember having to be there to like, just while he's teaching, like doing my homework. I was probably like in first grade or whatever, like doing homework or like coloring. And then eventually he was like, you need to start doing karate too. I did that for like no time. And then I was like, see, I did it, Daddy. Now can I go to gymnastics? Because they wanted me to be active. And I was already doing ballet.
Okay.
But I guess they didn't think that was enough. They wanted me to have like a sport. Okay. And both my parents were athletes. Okay. My mom was did track too. Okay. And she didn't end up going to school for like getting a scholarship, I guess. But that's what my mom did. And my dad did karate. And they were like, our kid can't be lazy. And I was like, yes, I am though. This is me. So anyway, I
love me for who I am.
Now my dad is into sports though, but growing up, I don't remember ever seeing basketball, football, nothing on TV, just like kung fu and like karate stuff. That's all. I remember kung fu movies and like karate competitions.
Oh wow,
that's all.
That's it.
So I don't know anything.
Oh my gosh. Well, we were a basketball house. Like,
okay.
And my dad, I mean, it's not like he was like into it like that, but we were, since I played the sport, and it was like the one thing we connected on the most.
Yeah. Did they play something? Your parents? Any sports?
My dad was more of a baseball player.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played baseball, but he liked watching basketball.
Was he really tall? Is he really tall?
He's 6'2".
Oh, so okay. Baseball players are tall? I don't know.
I mean,
he was.
But he played in high school. He didn't go.
Okay.
He didn't go to college for it.
And what about your mom?
My mom, well, no, she didn't run track or anything. My mom did not play any. Wait, did she play sports? Wait, let me see. I feel like we talked about this vaguely. Maybe she did run a little bit. Maybe she did run.
Jamaican?
Yeah, she's Jamaican.
Both parents?
No, my dad's American. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm half, So.
Yes.
Yeah, he's American. My mom's from Jamaica. But yeah, I'm going to say if she did anything, it was probably running.
Yeah. My mom actually, I know there's a story. They went to Jamaica, like they were traveling for track. She was in high school.
Okay.
And she always talks about like they like were running barefoot for some reason, and maybe like a conditioning thing.
Okay.
And she said they like were running through a field, and there was like cow doo-doo, dung, whatever they call it, everywhere. And she was like just trying to like avoid it. But yeah.
Yeah, that sounds horrific.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
But I know my grandmother on my dad's side, she played basketball.
Did she?
Yeah, and I was shocked to learn that out. Yeah, I didn't know that till maybe like a decade and a half after she had passed.
Wow.
I didn't know that. We were just talking casually, and my dad said that. I'm like, really?
Yeah. So what era would that have been in? When would
my
like
gosh,
the 60s,
it had to be like the 50s.
Yeah, she's a grandma.
Yeah.
Amazing. Was that in high school or college?
High school.
Yeah.
High school.
Yeah, I didn't even know they let the girls play basketball back then.
I was shocked.
Yeah, because they were funny back then about girl sports.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. Do your girls know what they want to do later after they get out of college?
Oh, my youngest,
or when they go to college?
Oh, for sure. So my youngest wants to get into the music industry. She's already started her career now.
Yeah. Wait, what? What's she doing?
So, I mean, with her dad being who he is, she has an opportunity to like learn a lot from him. But at the same time, she has a friend that goes to school with her at private school, and he's a producer. Like he's already establishing himself as a producer.
And he's in high school?
He's in high school, and he's an artist as well. So she's been, behind the scenes, helping him out with his stuff, social, just being in the mix and learning.
Yeah.
So it's been really good for her to build her resume. But that's definitely where she wants to head in her career. And then Addison's probably going to be more of like, and the youngest is August. August and Addison. Yeah. So Addison is going to probably head into just being an entrepreneur. She probably wants to get into the skincare industry.
Wow.
She loves skincare. She just loves products and and testing things out. So I could see her doing that. She's also a great negotiator, debater, and salesperson.
Is this the sales? She's
yeah. So
she's gonna be fine.
Yeah, she's gonna be so fine.
Both your girls are gonna. I can tell they're gonna be very successful.
Yeah, and we were even exploring maybe if she wanted to get into the legal field, but in fashion or in like beauty or in the influencer space, like being a lawyer for talent. So she's looking into that too. So, but she also too wants to be a model, but at the same time, I'm like, girl, think about the other side.
Yeah.
You can be behind the camera.
You do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I love that. I know they're going to be successful, though. They've got such good heads. I've met them also. They seem amazing. I guess I met them at the PGS events. Yes.
They're even bigger now.
Like oh, my goodness. Be like, so what type? Okay, so Pretty Girl Sweat. Yes. You are not just in the colleges, because I've been to your events that you have for grown folks too. But yeah, tell us, like, where did you get the idea to start this? I know that you were looking for your sweat community when you were in college, but when did this idea come and how did you make it happen?
Well, I was a television producer out of college. Yeah. So I worked in TV production, started my way up from reception to being a producer. And I caught wind of my forever first lady, Michelle Obama's Smooth campaign. I was so blown away by all the statistics surrounding childhood obesity. I mean, like, it truly hit home. I have relatives, and I was very close to the obesity epidemic, but I didn't realize how massive and the magnitude of the problem it was for humans in our country.
Right.
Especially for children. And at the time, I was like a young mother. Like, I just started having children, and I'm like, okay, what can I do? How can I support? So I was backstage at a concert, and I ran into Atlanta's very own Carrie Hilson.
Oh, yeah. I love her.
Yeah, I love her. Yes. And we were just talking about how we both were athletes growing up. And I've been doing some work.
Yeah, she's really tall.
Oh, she's super tall. She swam. She played basketball too. She did a lot of cool things. But her and I were just talking about a lot of the work that I was doing outside of production with, mentoring young girls who wanted to get into journalism, wanted to get into the TV space. And so she was like, if you ever need me for anything, let me know. And I was like, oh, well, actually, I have this idea. I was thinking about like creating a really fun fitness event for young girls, for teenage girls, high schoolers in general, but not telling them it's a fitness event.
Oh,
and she was like,
wow.
Okay, like, tell me more. I was like, so if you can commit coming back here to New York and like hosting this thing with me, I would like be so grateful. And she said, it sounds fun. Sign me up. So, when you're talking to people, you never know if they really mean what they say, if they're just trying to be nice so you could like move on. But she kept her word. And that's why I love her forever, because she came to New York with her entire team.
Really?
And we hosted the very first Pretty Girl Sweat event on September 24th. 2011.
Wow.
And the event was called Pretty Girl Sweat because at the time she had the song out called Pretty Girl Rock.
Yes. I love that song.
Yeah, I love it too. It's still our anthem to this day. So if you come to Pretty Girl Sweat Fest, you're going to hear it. So when I, had this opportunity to work with her in this capacity, I knew the event needed to be called that because I wanted to flip the negativity around sweating. And I wanted girls to say, oh my God, pretty girls don't sweat. Like, why would you even put those words together? And I'm like, no, we're going to prove that they do. And they sweat in all aspects of their life, whether you're, working out or whether you're pursuing your career, or if you're a mom, if you're just out here trying to make it happen, you're sweating to get it done, right? And so I'm like, this could be a powerful statement. So we got 100 girls to show up on time, wearing sneakers, and we put them in those Pretty Girl Sweat t-shirts. And they were doing all kinds of activities, everything from like double dutch, they were doing kickboxing, they were learning how to runway model walk, and then they were also learning choreography to her song, Pretty Girl Rock. And they were just excited to be there and meet her. And I had all these women who worked in a variety of career fields also come to be like volunteers and to help out. And the coolest thing that I noticed in that moment was how wellness and fitness was an equalizer. Like those girls came into the space and they were nervous. They didn't know what to expect. You see your favorite celebrity there. You're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Or you see someone that you may have seen on TV. I mean, we've had everyone from like Deborah Lee from like BT come to be at our experiences. And these girls opened up as soon as they started breaking a sweat with them because they realized, oh, you're just like me. I can't do a push-up. Neither can you. You're not that like superhuman, And so that was awesome. So it gave them this like gateway to like, okay, she's me, I'm her, and I can see myself in her in some way, shape, or form. And so after we would do these workouts, we sit down and have really important conversations, and the girls were just opening up. So I'm like, wow, this is powerful. But that experience ended, and it was supposed to just be one experience. And I'm telling you, the emails started flooding in like, oh my gosh, my daughter had an amazing time. Like, when's the next one? Or that t-shirt is amazing. Like, how do I get that t-shirt? And I was just like,
iconic.
I don't know. Like, I just did it for this event. Like, we're not selling
t-shirts. And this is in New York, right?
This is in New York, yeah. And people were seeing it because the event got so much press with Carrie Hilson being involved and then it being attached to the Let's Move campaign. All of that got the buzz out there. So people just were reaching out, wanting more information.
Wow.
And so I was just like, wow, okay, well, I guess I got to start selling t-shirts. And then I guess this movement is bigger than a moment.
Yeah.
It's a movement.
It's a movement.
It's a movement. And so.
And that was in 2011. That's a long time ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And Pretty Girl Sweat didn't even become an official company until I moved here to Atlanta in 2015. So before then, like, it was so funny. Even the first year I started selling t-shirts, I was just selling t-shirts just to be selling t-shirts, but didn't even know where the money was going, to be honest. Like, I kid you not, like, making the product,
yourself?
Well, no, I would find a manufacturer. No, I was finding like a person who made merch to like get it done. Right now, we do all of our stuff in house.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do. Shout out to Kanisha,
shout out,
my partner. Now, we were like, I was making the stuff. I was shipping it out. I was doing that all by myself, shipping everything out. Even to this day, I ship a lot of stuff out with handwritten notes and everything. So I was shipping that stuff out and not even realizing where the money was going. Like, not even realizing. I remember one day, it was like months went by. I'm like, how come I'm not making any money? Like, I'm shipping a lot of stuff. Like, where's the money? And so I realized it was connected to a PayPal that wasn't then sending it to my bank account.
Really?
And I went to that PayPal and I was like, oh, this might be a business because y'all are really buying up some shirts.
Oh my goodness.
And so, and so that's when I realized.
At least it was I'm glad it was your PayPal.
I know. I was like, it was because it was truly just a labor of love. It was a hobby. I wasn't looking at it as anything else. I didn't know what I was doing at the time at all. I was just, building the plane.
That's amazing.
Dropping out of the sky. Yeah.
Right.
So,
and then you guys moved down here.
Yes.
And what was the impetus at really making it into a business once you got here? Was it around the same time that you saw that PayPal balance?
Well, definitely then we started getting more requests to do more experiences. And especially as we, I started the nonprofit arm of Pretty Girl Sweat, which is called Sweat Makes Sense. And that's how we were really able to kind of organize all of our collegiate programs and create Pretty Girl Sweat on college campuses nationwide. So we've been, making an impact at like 30 plus campuses. The girls get trained on how to lead workshops every single week at their school. And so there had to be a real system in place and to protect ourselves and to protect the girls that were a part of Pretty Girl Sweat. So the foundation actually started first. And then the business part started because I started getting a lot of requests to host events or to create experiences. And so I had to turn this into a business. And so when we moved down here too, it was so perfect because we moved down because I wanted to be closer to my dad. Number one, he was in Nashville still.
Okay.
So that was number one. And then also too, for the music industry that my husband works in, his company decided to open up an office down here too.
I see.
So that worked out. And then for me, I knew Atlanta was just where I needed to be. So many of my friends from college all lived here.
Yes.
That was number one. So I could be closer to my people. But there are so many colleges here.
Yes.
In a very concentrated area. And I was like, if I'm going to do this and if I'm going to make an impact, this is where I need to be. And also, it's a lot harder to get things done in New York. Like, really hard to get things done. Right. I was here for maybe 2 days and had a meeting with like the mayor. Like that never happens in New York. No. So I was just like, I got to be in Atlanta. Like if I really want to make an impact and I want to get things done and do it at an affordable, way. Yes. Atlanta's where it's at, and Atlanta's where we're at.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and number 2,025,000. No, really number 1, 2 is that I wanted my children to have more diversity.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest, we were living in Jersey at the time, and they were the only 2 Black children not in their class, but in their school.
Really?
In their entire school.
And this is like in Jersey, right outside of the city, or
this is not right outside. This is a town called Sparta, New Jersey, and it was about like 40 minutes outside of the city. And so we had some Black friends in the neighborhood, but their kids were a little older. So, but it was the population of Black people was low. It was low.
Wow.
So to be able to come here and see way more diversity than they've ever seen, even and when I say diversity, I'm not just saying just Black. I'm seeing every
Asian,
ethnicity
Latino,
in the classroom.
Indian, Middle Eastern,
everything in the classroom.
I love it.
And then also seeing people who look like us in positions of power, like
the principal, our principal's
doctor,
the doctors.
Imagine having it was amazing. So they're really the number one reason why I had to get changed too. So.
That is such a good reason. Yeah. I'm like. I grew up here. I grew up in the suburbs, right? In Alpharetta.
That's where I'm at now.
Yes, where you're at now? Yeah. Okay, last time I came to your house, you were in like East Cobb, right?
Girl,
you guys moved.
Last year I moved 3 times. How are we going to talk about that on the... Yeah. 3 times in 1 year.
That's crazy.
Because we were trying to figure out
the school. Yeah. I remember you were up.
I even built a home. One of those places I moved to, I built a house.
I think that was just the one after the house that I came to was after that you built another one, right?
Yeah, we built one after that one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then just sold that one in May.
Oh my gosh. Because the market is like weird ridiculous. Now. Oh, that is so crazy.
Yeah, girl.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But loving Alpharetta. I'm in downtown.
Alpharetta is. You live in downtown?
Oh yeah, it's a vibe.
But so when I grew up in Alpharetta, it was not like that nice.
People keep telling me that.
It was like, it was nice. It was affluent, and the schools were like the best in the state.
Yeah. What school did you go to?
Medlock Bridge, Taylor Road, Northview.
Okay. Yeah. No, exactly.
They are such good schools. Like my best friend from Montessori school. So I went to the Medlock Bridge Montessori first. It's like across the street from the elementary. So my best friend from there, who I grew up with, she now teaches at the elementary school. She's been there like 10 years now. Oh, and it's such a good community. Our videographer, he also lives in Alpharetta. He's from there too. Yeah.
Good to know.
It's so good.
Good to know.
And it's like, back then it was not as diverse as it is now. I remember in my first grade class, and it's funny, I was aware of this, but I think my daughter would have been aware of it too. But it was me and Dina Chu. Dina Chu is Korean. Okay. The 2 of us were the only non-white people in that class. Now that same elementary school, I was just looking at the great schools ratings because we had like a curriculum night. I'm like comparing my school to my daughter's school. But now it is 50-something% Asian. I think it's 50%. I can't remember the exact numbers. And the white is like 25%. And then it's like 11% Black. It's like the numbers have shifted, but it's so much more diverse now. Yeah. And like also, you being in downtown Alpharetta, like downtown, the only thing we would do down there before is Taste of Alpharetta. Oh, yeah. That was the only reason that I'm aware of that we would go to downtown Alpharetta. But now you have that. You have the yoga say what? Coffee shops, little boutiques,
100
rooftop
bars, like in walking distance. It's crazy.
I would live there. If I didn't live here, I would live there.
Yeah, I can't leave.
It's awesome.
I'm stuck.
It's a whole different town.
Stuck. Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
And as your daughters get older, you'll have that walkability. It's only going to get better over there.
Yeah. I walk every day. I walk at least a mile a day. So I walk around the neighborhood every day.
So nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. But no, it wasn't like that. We didn't have the Avalon back
in
the day.
I walk to the Avalon. That's such a good workout. It's such a good workout. Yeah.
Back then, we only had North Point Mall. We had North Point Mall. We had the Regal off State Bridge. That was about it. These kids these days, they don't know how good they got it. They just don't know.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
But the diversity. My daughter's school, I look at her classroom and I look at that school and I'm like, oh, it's just like I could cry. Like in Atlanta in general, like because I grew up here, but then I lived in New York for 8 years. Okay. I lived in LA after that for 4, and I love New York. I didn't love LA so much, but I love New York, and it is crazy, crazy, crazy diverse, but it's not in the same way. It's like I lived in Harlem, and because that's what I could afford. Well, it was cool. I liked it, but also because that's what I could afford. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't the same like here. It's like economically more diverse as well, right? Yeah. So like if you're in an affluent area like Alpharetta, it's everybody. Mm-hmm. If you like anywhere, there's just so much. In this school that my daughter goes to here, very economically diverse, very racially diverse, like different religions. Wow. And to me, that is the best thing. It is. Yeah, you learn all sorts of people.
And as you should. That's how you'll, function in life and really get ahead.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys come down here to beautiful Atlanta that we've been riffing on how fabulous it is, aside from the traffic.
I know. Well, see, I don't leave the house that much unless I got to. Look.
And you live in Alpharetta, so you don't deal with because my worst thing about this city is the potholes. Oh, yeah. But in Alpharetta, you don't got them things, so like you're lucky.
They take care of all of that out there.
They don't here. You talk to the mayor. I might need his phone number because I got to talk to him about these potholes.
Oh God!
I am so sick of these potholes. But okay, so you officially make Pretty Girl Sweat, and pretty makes sweat makes sense.
You got it. Yeah.
That was first. Pretty Girl Sweat is now a business. Yeah. You're selling shirts. You are in the colleges. Yeah. So how does that work? Like, how were you able to, especially early on? You're partnered with all these universities, and you've got the girls running it are like ambassadors for PGS, right?
Yeah, well, we call them health leaders. They don't they don't like the word ambassadors. I don't like it either. I like health leaders. It shows, what their true role is.
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah, and we didn't even form partnerships with the schools first. We formed partnerships with the students.
And then they
set it up through their
school.
And
it was through your events that they learned about.
Through the events, through social.
Social.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We found social, yeah.
That makes sense.
People, word of mouth, parents may, I have a daughter who would love to be a part of this. And
are these health leaders, are they athletes themselves or like former athletes? Like what's their interest in this?
Yeah, some of them are former athletes who, wanted to continue being athletic or moving their bodies. Others are pursuing to be in like the medical field or really into media and entertainment. So there's a variety of girls. And it's so funny. One of the things that I do ask them when they apply is like, what do you want to do after college? Because I want to see what their majors are, what their interests are, and like why would Pretty Girl Sweat be something that speaks to them. But at the end of the day, whether they want to be a doctor, they want to get into fitness or wellness, just fitness is a lifestyle. It's something that whether you want to get into as a career or not, it's something that you need in your life. And what you need most too is community. And so that's what I find many of the girls join it, because it's like, okay, I can find friends and I can also, stay active. Okay, sign me up for that. Like, why not?
So are they themselves organizing? Do they come up with the ideas for events that they want to do on campus, or like how does it work on the day-to-day?
So it's a collaborative effort. We start them off with a plan, right? Mm-hmm. So every single season, we call it a season. Our whole entire program is based on basketball.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I love basketball. Right? So every season we come up with a full calendar, and their calendar has tips and ideas on what they should be doing throughout the academic year. Okay. Now, we want it driven by them, because at the end of the day, we shouldn't be telling them what workouts they love.
Right.
Their peers should be saying, hey, we want to do this. We want to go hiking. We want to go on walks. We want to do dance aerobics. And so that way they stay consistent. We just encourage them to find their fun in fitness, and we keep them accountable. We hold them accountable. It's like, okay, you need to be doing at least one weekly workout as a group together. There needs to be one community service project every semester. So that way you're getting fit and giving back at the same time. So they can go to a local middle school and they can mentor through fitness there. They could do a local breast cancer walk. So they're still walking, but giving back to, a charity. So that's pretty much how we make sure that they stay in line. Also, too, we're teaching them how to storytell and how to create content on social. The goal is for a young girl who doesn't go to their college to be able to find their Instagram page, for their Pretty Girl Sweat Instagram page, and say, okay, I was on the fence about this school, but now I'm seeing this group and I'm seeing what a healthy lifestyle looks like at this campus and how cool this is. Now I'm going to pull the trigger on this. Like, I really want to go to this school because I found this club even before I got there. And also, too, for girls who are already at their school, like, show them what a healthy lifestyle looks like. So whether they join or not, your page is a resource for them to be able to know where they can eat that's healthy around campus, like workouts they can do when they're in their dorm room or on the yard. So that's what we're training them on how to do.
I love that. Yeah. I would have loved to have that in college.
Me too.
Yeah, that's like so, and it's amazing because we didn't have that. We didn't. I mean, it just seems like such common sense, but we didn't have it. We needed you. Thank you.
Thank you. I know. And then there's so many, like, I'm a part of a sorority, proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. But at the same time, I understand the capacity and the amount of work that it takes to be a part of that organization and the commitment. And so before girls even decide to join a sorority, it's like, give this a try first. See if you can be organized. See if you can do community service and give back. So this is a great kind of like starter club for you, with, like, as a freshman and a sophomore, before you really like dive into doing something else.
And then you have another group of friends too.
Absolutely.
I love that. Yeah. And so when did you shift and start like broadening it? Because now you're doing, I know, like, these college kids and your health leaders are coming to the other events, but when did you add on these new events with the folks like me?
Exactly.
Non-college.
I know. It happened just because
everybody wants it.
Yeah. Right. So like I mentioned before, so I would invite women to these workouts on campuses or whenever we did events for students. And the craziest thing was, every time we would have really deep conversations with the girls, they would always be talking about, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I really want to study what I'm studying. Or my mom told me that this is probably something I should pursue. Or my dad said, everybody in our family is a doctor, so you need to be a doctor. Yeah. And so they really thought that was the only way to be successful. And I just have access to so many incredible women who are doing really well that I was just like, okay, I have to invite my friends to come to these experiences, meet these girls, and just not tell them what to do, but share their stories and talk a little bit more about their careers that are non-traditional in a sense. Like, these girls don't even know these careers exist. So why would you pursue a degree in them if you don't even know they exist? Or if you don't even know someone who kind of looks like you is in this career field. Like, you need representation to feel like, okay, this is something that I can do. So I would have these women come talk, and then that would really kind of help the girls feel a little bit more comfortable about their decisions or to make some changes in their lives. And the women that I invited were like, this event or like, this experience is so much fun. Why don't you do this for women our age?
Yes.
So like, we could connect. And I'm like, oh, really? Y'all would like this? They're like, yes.
Every weekend, please.
Please, right? So that's how it all started.
That's how it started. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, your events are so much fun.
Thank you.
I especially, I love every single one I've been to. I really like dance. Yeah. And I was a dancer, and growing up, becoming an adult really kind of like falls to the wayside. Yeah. So like when I first moved here, I think I came to here, like right when I moved here, or like maybe within the first year or so. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is so exactly what I need. And that sense of community, and also like being fit together, like and the sweat, like all of it is just so spectacular. So every September you have the Pretty Girl Sweat event, big blowout.
The big one, the fest.
The big fest. Yeah. Yes. And I don't think it was last year. I think I missed last year's, but the year before I came, and it was incredible. So many people. You've got such an amazing turnout. It's really inspiring because, it's a lot of work. I do not know how much work it must be to put on an event like that, but to see it all come together and like the smiles and like the passion that people have is really inspiring for just an attendee. So tell us about the event.
Now, I will say this: putting together the event is labor intensive, but if I wasn't a mom and a wife, I could it'd be nothing. Like
Really?
I could
Yeah,
get this done, right? But what happens is my day is never my day.
Right now.
It's never my day. It's like I could be in a groove and it's like, boom, you got to do something else. Somebody forgot something, or you got to go to a game, or you got to do that. So all of those interruptions, or you're traveling for the entire month of July, you're not even going to be able to really truly work the way you want to, right? So that kind of pulls me up. But I'm telling you, my skills were so transferable from production, TV production to this, that I'm able to just manage it. It's really a lot of moving parts, but the way my brain works, I could just figure it out. I'm just organized. I have everything systemized, and I know how to get it done. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And I couldn't do it without my team to like bounce ideas off of, especially day of and leading up to the event. All the work that they do to put in to like make this spectacular is so amazing. Right. The event was so wild to me how it even like came about, because in 2017, this is when Pretty Girl Sweat Fest started. I reconnected with Kanisha, like shout out to Kanisha again, who we went to college together at Middle Tennessee State. And so she was running a lot of event planning spaces here. Well, one in particular in Atlanta. It was a huge one. And we had just reconnected just over lunch, trying to just see what you've been up to, girl, how the kids or whatever. And so she was like, how's Pretty Girl Sweat going? I'm like, it's going, I'm doing events here and there. And I think at the time I may have had events for like 150 people or 200. And I was still like, that was big. But I said, I really want to do something bigger. And she was like, really? Like, what are you thinking? And I'm like, oh, I want to do a festival. I want to figure out how I can get a whole bunch of women in one space for the price of like one yoga class, to be able to sample a variety of ways that they could be their happiest and healthiest selves. And she was like, I like that idea. And I'm like, I think it's really cool for them to have an opportunity to try different things, because it's expensive to try so many different things. Like, put it all in one place, have them try it. And then when they leave, they can make a decision on what they loved, and they can continue that, So she was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I have an event space that I manage. And I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, you can totally do it here. Like, you can do it here. Wow. And I was like, really? And she's like, and I'll help you put it together. So that's really the only reason why Pretty Girl Sweat Fest came about. She asked me what I was working on or what I was thinking. I said it out loud, and she, answered.
She had a research.
That's why I tell everyone, whatever you're thinking or wanting to do, say it. People can't help you if they don't know what you want or what you need or what your goals and your dreams are. People want to help. Like, people think like, oh, nobody wants to help me, or I don't want to share myself with somebody's going to steal it from me. First of all, nobody wants to do that work. Listen, you can say all you want. Like, you can say it out loud. The people who will really do the work are not waiting by for you to give them an idea.
Come on.
They got their own ideas they're working on. Like, you know what I mean? So say it, because someone maybe just be able to help you out. And so that's how we had the very first Pretty Girl Sweat experience. And we gathered like 500 women at this experience. And I was like,
goodness. And your first in 2017.
2017. I was like, wait, what? It was crazy. And then the next year it just went up. It was like 700 people came. I said, oh my God, people like this.
Cool.
And then I remember in 2019, it got crazy. It was like almost 1,000 women came to this thing.
Amazing.
And it was it was electrifying in that space. And
is that the same space like that? Did you keep? You're still having it? Okay.
So that space, that was the Georgia Freight Depot, and that was downtown Atlanta near the Capitol building. And we really loved that space. But then she ended up transitioning from that job, and so I'm like, girl, if you ain't there, we ain't there. You know how I do. Right. Got to be down for our people. And then COVID happened, and so COVID happened, and so we couldn't have the fest in 2020 or 2021, and then 2021 actually. We did bring it back because it was our 10th year anniversary. So we didn't bring it. We didn't bring it back on a larger scale because we had to be safe.
Right.
We gathered like about 200 people, even though that's still pretty large. That's a lot. But everybody was masked and everything. Yeah. And we did like a reunion, like a 10-year anniversary for Pretty Girl Sweat. And then we started bringing it back. So you came back in 2023, and that's when we officially had like a real fest.
Okay, brought it back.
Brought it back. Yeah, because it started in 2017, but we still say that this is our 6th annual fest when we had like the full on experience. So you came to that one that was at the bank. Yes. And then after the bank, we went to the place that, we'll probably be at for a little bit, which is that Garden City event. So,
cool. What part of town is that in?
That is in Midtown. Oh, okay. It's right, was that West Midtown or East Midtown? You know where the gathering spot is? The gathering spot?
No, but I probably do.
Well, on the Howell Mill side.
Oh, okay, the west side. Okay, yeah.
So it's the west side. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
I think this is the east side.
Don't ask me. Listen,
this is the east side.
When it comes to Atlanta, I've been here for a decade. And girl, I'm still like, I don't know. Like,
which way is which? Okay, I know what you're talking about, though. That's a great
got the highways
area.
down and everything now.
Yeah,
but like,
you know, 400.
Girl, 75 is what I really know. 75.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I knew that first.
East Cobb.
Yeah, And then now I'm like a 400 girl.
Yes, yes. So is your dad in still in Tennessee?
He is.
In Chattanooga, or not Chattanooga, Nashville.
Nashville.
Okay.
Actually, a small town outside of Nashville called Antioch.
Oh, do you go up a lot?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's like my best friend.
Oh, you know what? You told me that before. I love that.
Yeah.
I love
see
it
him
so
enough.
much.
I keep telling myself I got to go at least once a month,
But you're busy.
life happens. But I did go in July. He turned 70 in July.
Oh,
so
wow.
I couldn't even be with him on his actual birthday. But we drove up the day before as we were heading to Kentucky for a tournament. And so I just got to spend a few hours with him. But I was happy just to be able to do that. And he was so happy too. He was like, you didn't have to do that. You could have just kept going. I'm like, no,
right.
No, I'm going to be here with you. And I'm still feeling bad because I'm like, we got to really do something. Like we got to turn up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah. It's important to have family. When I moved back down to Atlanta, it was to be close to my family too. Yeah. Especially when you have kids, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, but I want you to grow up together.
Exactly.
It's important.
I know. And my mom, she just turned 75.
Did she?
Yeah. Her birthday's in July too. Both my parents' birthdays are in July. And she had a big party.
I've seen your mom. Your mom looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah, for 75? I wouldn't have guessed. And you had a big old party?
Oh, huge. I mean, she had a big old party.
Did you plan it?
My mother, I feel like also my party planning, event planning genes came from her.
Oh,
She's been planning parties, boat rides, backyard parties, all the things for decades.
Really?
And so even her 75th birthday was her big project, and she put that thing together in New York. So she's here. She put it together in New York for 150 people. Oh, wow. I mean, it was like sit down, dinner, everything. DJ, dancing, hall, all the stuff. She got it together.
I can't even do like a little birthday party with my family. Like even that's too much. I can't figure it out.
Listen, she had everybody wearing all white, and the dress code was strictly enforced by her. Like you could come into the door, and she's like, "Yeah, no,
go back
home." Oh, I live an hour away. She's like, "You should have."
You're right.
Yeah,
should have read my invite.
Yeah,
that's so cool. So that's where you get it from.
Yeah.
It comes in handy.
It does.
And you know what? There's something about these in-person events that are so different than, I'm sure you remember during COVID, such a difficult time not being able to go, like, because I'm a yogi, so not being able to go to the studio and be in person. And they posted videos online, but it's not the same. It's that you sort of feed off of other people.
Absolutely.
And even now for me, I'm personally, and I'm hoping I'm not the only one, but having been so like reliant on technology and social media for so long at this point, it's been a long time. Like even for me and my blog, I've had that blog since 2010. Wow. It's like, I love it. I'm so happy I have it, but I miss in person. So like having your events, this is not something that would have the same effect if it was just on the internet.
Oh, absolutely not. It's basically, I call it the ultimate sweat sisterhood homecoming. So if you were going back to college and connecting with all of your friends from college, that feeling you get, it makes you feel young again. It makes you feel like it puts you right back into where you were at that time. That's what Pretty Girl Sweat Fest does. I mean, women have told me they leave the experience like floating because it's like the best escape. You're surrounded by so many of your peers, especially we try to do our best to invite as many women who work in wellness. So this is a time we can all get together, celebrate with one another. And then we can also like amplify each other, like create content together, show the world that pretty girls do sweat, and showing that wellness looks like this too.
Right.
And so I just love it. I love the impact that it has, like even outside of the event. So even if you don't get the chance to come, just the messaging that we put out there, like sisterhood, unity, we're in this together. That's very important to me.
So do you guys send a newsletter every week, or how often is your newsletter going out?
So the newsletter goes out on a good week, twice a week. Okay. So it'll be one from me where I'm giving some sort of life lesson, something that I went through that week that I just have to get off my chest and turn it into a lesson. And then it's called Ask Aeshia. Sometimes it can be questions that I get like in my comment section, or it could be from a student that I'm working with. And then I'm like, you know what? This would be a good topic to share with other people. So I do that. And then we have the sweat drop. So the sweat drop, it's like a roundup of content that we've shared on our website, content that has gone viral on our social pages, to make sure that if you didn't see it, hey, you should check this out. Like, people really like this. So those are the two things we have that go out the most frequently. And then if we have any events that are coming up, we'll do event emails and also shop emails, because, we want you to know what merch we just got in. So yeah, that's
I was in yoga the other day behind this guy. And okay, so that year that I came to the festival, you remember you guys, like, in the goodie bag were these green shorts, and you were selling them at the store too. Them green, like, biker shorts. Those, I love those shorts. There was a guy in front of me with them on.
Stop it.
Yes. And there are not a lot of men there.
I know.
So I don't know if he was there. I didn't ask him, but I have them. I was like, oh my God, how funny would it have been if we both wore them today?
I know. That would have been funny.
He was like right in front of me also.
That's crazy.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I don't know I can't remember the brand name, but
we have so much stuff.
You guys have the goodie bags, the goodie bags. Okay. It was that same year that, you gave us those New Balance sneakers.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you right now. I started playing tennis. They say you need to get the tennis shoes. You need to buy the right shoes. I bought them. I did not like them. I started wearing those New Balance. I'm still wearing them.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite sneakers probably ever.
Okay, New Balance.
Yes, literally. I'm like, New Balance, can we get a sponsorship? Because I'm a fan.
Yes. They'll be there again. So they did last year, and they keep coming. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so. What are the women who these your health leaders? Yeah. When they move on, what type of how are they staying involved in Pretty Girl Sweat?
So many ways. It's so funny because when they graduate, they're like, "Don't kick us out the group meet. Keep us in the group meet." And I'm like, "Yeah, I will keep you in the group meet, but you have to stay active." Meaning, give the girls who are in there encouragement. Let them keep them inspired. That's what your job is when you leave the program. And so they love that, and they always come back to volunteer, to help out. They are the ultimate group. They already know how to get things done, and at the same time, they just know the energy that's expected of them at Pretty Girl Sweat. And it's not really expected because they are the energy. They know how to treat people. One of my pet peeves is when I go into any space, I just want to feel welcomed. And there's nothing worse than going someplace and people are like, "Oh, hey, hey, do you want me here or not?" Like what?
You're right, though.
Yeah,
you're
and
right.
especially a place where you're spending money. I'm like, be nice. Hey. And so when any woman comes to Pretty Girl Sweat Fest or any Pretty Girl Sweat event.
Yeah, when you walk in.
Yes,
you're right.
It's like seeing an old relative
that
you haven't seen in a long time. And you're you almost question, do I know you already? That's the energy we want to have. It's like, hey girl, you're like, hey, do I know you?
I think I had that feeling at my first time. I was like, oh yeah,
I know, but there's nothing better than just really feeling a warm embrace with someone.
And the entire time after that, you're like, I'm part of the group.
Yeah.
I didn't even meet everybody face to face, but this is my group. You feel that.
You're my people. You are my people.
That is so good.
Yeah. So that's what they do. They always come back and they support in that way.
Yeah.
I'll have them either come and talk to some of the girls and just be there, just be a part of it in any capacity that they can be. It's so funny. I have one of our health leaders, she's about 30, 31. Because look, it's been almost 14 years, right?
They're growing up.
Yeah. And so whenever I call, she's like, I'll fly in. Our girls are all over. Some live in Texas. Some live in Pennsylvania. They're in New York. They're all over. They'll come in town for anything. They're like, oh, what do you need? What do you need?
They're so,
even better, some of them have gone on to create their own businesses, or they are, executives at some of the biggest companies, and they give back. So they make donations, they give us products. Yes. So it's been a full circle moment for me to see these girls grow up and for them to pour back into me in the way that I've poured into them. It's crazy.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
And
cool.
So how do you feel now? Because you were first, inspired by our first lady.
Yes.
Miss, do you say Miss Michelle Obama? How do you say First Lady Michelle Obama?
Are you First Lady forever? Are you First Lady forever?
You are, because you're president forever, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, First Lady, she started this campaign, And like, what are you seeing? I think I am seeing change.
I'm seeing change. I am seeing change. I have not seen as many influencers or people in general talking about health and wellness that I have seen since 2010 when it launched, to be honest. And not that I don't really see Let's Move around anymore, but the way that has permeated and like inspired so many people. I want to say too, we've had a hand in that as well, like making fitness cool and fun, and people realizing, hey, I could be on social doing that, and it's become very lucrative. People are making like a career out of being well, which is fantastic. And so so I'm really grateful for her for that. And one of the things that stood out to me the most with the Let's Move campaign, she was really focused on childhood obesity and was doing a lot of work that is technically being undone, which is terrible. You know, she was going into schools, changing menus. She was getting kids active. A lot of that work is being undone. But one of the things that I did notice was that she was really focused on elementary school kids. And that could be a hard demographic to try to make change with, because you can give them all the information that you want to, but if they go back to an unhealthy household, or even if the parents want to have a healthier household, but they live in food deserts, or they're not just able to provide that lifestyle because it's not affordable for them or accessible for them, right? All that work you're doing is getting undone.
Yes.
So for me, it was really important to like really tap into the demographic that I feel could truly make a change for the next generation. And that's why like college students were so important, because they're out of the home, they're making their own decisions, right? They're also rebels, and they want to make a change in their communities and in their lives. So I was like, oh, we need to get to this demo, because if we can convince them that wellness is not just a fad, that it's a lifetime thing, and if you can make it cool, make it fun, make it not be so gross and masculine as I thought it was, then that's how we're going to have an impact for future generations, because women make 80% of the healthcare decisions in their household. 80%. So if we're not our happiest and healthiest selves, also leading by example, not just telling our kids to eat well and, you know, to move their bodies, we're eating well and moving our bodies, then how is it really going to ever be a change? And so that's what I've been, you know, working so hard on, like getting that group. And so now we're, you know, 14 years in and seeing those girls now become mothers. And many of them, like one young woman that I will forever highlight and, you know, just big up, as we say in Jamaica, is Mecca. So Mecca, she has an incredible program called Oh My Glutes. It's not a program. Yeah, it's a brand. It's a brand. It's a lifestyle. It's that thing to do.
It is.
It's worldwide.
It's worth flying to Atlanta for.
It's worth flying to Atlanta for. And you don't even have to technically, because you can also like tap into her programs online. She has a digital platform. Like you can subscribe and get access to all of her workouts. All right. So she's a mom of now 2. She's a girl mom as well. And to see her like really shining her purpose, to have been a former health leader, to have gotten inspired by our programs and our, you know, our organization, and then take that to start a business for herself and to start a life for herself that is truly inspiring her children too. I'm like, this is what we did it for.
Wow. That is legacy right there.
Right there. Yeah.
That is so brilliant. Wow. That is so important too. And I feel like for, you know, there's so many disparities that we hear about, especially for Black women, maternal health, general health. But this is what it takes. It takes this education, this advocating for ourselves, this educating the younger people, this empowering so that we can get through it, because we cannot rely on the government. The government not going to help. The government is incentivized to keep us sick. That's what it's incentivized to do. So it's only us who can make a change and fix it.
In all areas of our kids' lives. I remember my husband's going to be, we had a debate one time. Just about education, and especially when your kid's in the public school system. And he got frustrated because he was putting the onus on the teachers for something that our kids didn't know, right? And I was like, granted, that's their job to teach, but at the end of the day, it's also our job to make sure that they are taught. Like,
we're the primary.
We're the primary. He was like, oh, no. School's supposed to be, I'm like, no, it's on. It's really on us. It's like we can't depend on anyone to do anything for our children but us.
And you really got to be on top of like what they are learning in school too.
Yeah.
Like it's...
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any experience with private school because I went to public, but it's like, yeah, I know what we didn't learn. I know things that we learned that are like a little off right now. I'm like, why did we learn that? Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I'm with you. I think we have to be the primary educators, but number one, leading by example.
For sure.
Like you said, like how can we tell our kids that these things are important if we're doing the opposite?
Right.
That's the struggle.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is,
You know, one of my biggest challenges has been minding my own business.
And drinking your water. I never like this.
Yeah, drink my water, mind my business. With these children in my life, like, you know, my daughter, you know, she's my kid, so I'm in control. But when I look around, right, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're feeding her that. I don't say that.
Oh,
but,
God,
you know,
I'm like, No.
I don't say it. I hold it in.
Okay.
And it gives me a little not high blood pressure. Because I'm spiritual. I'm trying to ground. I'm trying to center. I'm trying to recognize that everybody is on their own path, their own journey, children included. But that has been my biggest struggle personally, like seeing, like once you know more and you're educating yourself, and now I'm a mom and, you know, now I'm more passionate about kids. I didn't even think about kids before I became a girl. I never even babysat. I never once babysat. I didn't know. I have siblings, but they're my half brothers. I've never lived with them. I knew nothing until I had one. And so, yeah, it's like I see how this country is set up to, there's all this advertising for children.
Absolutely.
You go to the grocery store, we were like buying cat food and we walked down the aisle with like cereal. And my daughter's like, what is this? What is all these boxes? She's like, oh, look, it's Helmo. Oh, look, it's this, it's that, it's that. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to explain to her, this is advertising. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, okay, I see what y'all are trying to do. You're trying to manipulate, you're trying to trick, you're trying to get these kids addicted early so they'll have a really hard time getting off of it later. So the hard part for me is just being like, yeah, but then these young people who I do love are addicted.
I know.
And I'm not their parent. I can't change it. But all I can do is be an example. Yeah. And hopefully.
The craziest thing is that I used to fully think that, it was just like a part of a scheme, or like this is what they're trying to do. But at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, we just really live in a very capitalistic society.
Yeah,
and they're
making money.
It's like, it's about money. It's like, I don't even know if they're really just trying to be so evil. It's like, no, it's a drug. We know sugar's a drug, so we're gonna feed it to you because we have, penthouses to pay for and lake houses to pay for and Ferraris to pay for. So,
and do you remember like during the last presidential election with MAHA, Make America Healthy Again, Robert Kennedy was saying like, there's this group, which I respect and love the group, Moms Across America, I think it's called. Okay. And they're all about getting chemicals, the dyes, the glyphosates removed from popular foods, so cereals and such, because, it is true. And they recognize that we can do all this stuff for our kids as people who are healthy and, we're shopping organic and we've got the resources and means to do so. But we are not the only kids, or our kids are not the only children. Some children are being raised in households where the parents don't have the money, they don't have the wherewithal, they don't know. Yeah. So it's not fair, like that these kids should have to suffer and consume these products. So anyway, their whole push is to try to get these harmful chemicals that are banned elsewhere in the world banned here in the US. And so they didn't partner with RFK, but they've been really supportive of his Make America Healthy Again movement. And love it. Great. Anyways, the funny thing about it is though, they once posted this side by side of like, I think it's Kellogg, whoever makes like Lucky Charms, the cereals, the round ones with the colors. I think it's not that. It's like the circle, whatever. I don't remember. Fruit Loops.
Okay.
And so in Canada, Fruit Loops look one way, and they do not have any artificial dyes. Okay. In the United States, we've got artificial dyes. We've got a million more chemicals, and they're all banned elsewhere. And they put the images side by side of the two. They don't look the same. I'm like
completely. The other one probably tastes better too.
They might taste better, but they don't look better. They're like dull because they're not. There are no chemicals. Yeah, they're sweet. They're colored with like turmeric and beets and like spirulina. I'm sure they taste great. They probably taste better.
Yeah, probably taste
because they don't have the chemicals. Right. They don't taste like plastic.
Right.
However, Americans and children more specifically. we eat with our eyes first. So I'm just like, I respect and I love this push, and I want to support this push to remove the chemicals. But I do also think it's like you were saying, it's not necessarily like we hate these people, we're trying to poison them. We're trying to make money. We're trying to sell a product. We recognize what sells. And if you're going to allow us to make the product more brilliant and bright in the United States, we're going to do it because we know we're going to sell more of that product here, because in Canada, they don't look so pretty. They look like, the people probably see that and be like, I can make this at home. In America, you're like, how could they make this? They made it in a lab.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you don't have chemical 3 dye with all the Chinese, whatever the crazy long words are that you can't even pronounce.
We don't even have that here. Yeah. And so, I think we have to also be aware, or we have to be realistic that it isn't always just like people trying to kill us. It's also like we're consumers. This is a consumerist society, and like we make our choices. We got to start to like
make better choices.
Because it's like, oh yeah, this don't look that good. Let me get this one.
Oh yeah.
Even with our fresh fruit. I once went to an onion plant, like a packing plant. It was an influencer trip.
Okay.
In New York State, in like Hudson Valley. It was so fun. But they showed us how they grow all these onions, and they showed us how they separate the onions based on size and where they go. Like my grandmother taught me that the smaller the vegetable, like potatoes, onions, things like that, the more flavor they're going to be. The big ones are like, they're I guess the flavor is stretched out because it's bigger, so it's not as flavorful. It's not as
concentrated, right?
So then the onions, so they're separating the giant onions, the big one, the middle size, and the little ones. And the little ones go to the Asian grocery stores. They call them like grade C or something like that. The Asian and Latino in the international grocery stores.
Okay.
That was in like 2016. That forever changed my outlook on grocery stores. Now I'm like, I'm shopping at the international markets. Yeah. They're getting all the good stuff. Yeah. They're charging way less because they're like the thirds or the seconds or the thirds. But we all know that's where it tastes even better. But as Americans, we're like, oh, it's too small. It's got a little bruise. Right. It's not as perfect. Yeah. And that perfection is not always going to be nutrition and flavorful, you know?
Oh, it's good to know. Listen, I
learned save that money.
Yeah.
Save that money.
So where do you shop? Where's your favorite place?
I shop a lot of places. My favorite, though, is DeKalb Farmers Market.
Okay.
Have you been?
No, I haven't. No.
We can take a trip together. It is the best grocery store. It is so great.
Okay.
Yes. I sometimes I get a little paranoid. Like, are they changing things? Like recently I went and they did not have any local peaches. And I think it's just a seasonality thing. So I was like, chill, Janae. It's okay. But so this is an international grocery store, and they have produce from all over the world. They have food from all over the world, like dried. You can get any spice. If you can think of it, they got it.
Okay.
Like any flour. Flowers I had no idea even existed. Never heard. I'm going to have to like Google, like, what in the world is this? So unique. It's just so much fun to go. And then next to that, we also have, for even more exotic produce and fun, Beaufort Highway Farmers Market.
I've heard of that, and I still haven't gone there.
That's a little closer to you.
Yeah, okay.
Beaufort Highway Farmers Market is also equally so much fun. They're more elaborate. It's a little bit more overwhelming though, because they have like an aisle for each region of the world.
Whoa.
Like world. We're talking like Balkans. Like we're talking Southwest Africa. Like it's like specific. Everything is organized. Like you would not believe the vast abundance of stuff from all around this planet, and the produce is insane. Also, I every time I go, I see things I have never even dreamed of seeing in my life. Like just produce looking like from Mars. Like incredible.
Okay.
And that is here in Atlanta.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta get outside more.
Yeah, you gotta get outside. Yeah. I know all the grocery stores.
I know you do.
And the farmers markets, like the weekend farmers markets with local farmers. I love those also, like especially I go on like Saturdays, but that's one thing I miss about LA and New York, because here in Atlanta we don't have as many of those. We're growing more like, there are not as many small local farms here. It's more of a culture up north and out west than it is
for sure.
here. Yeah. But anyway, we do have such really good stuff here.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, we got to go together.
Yeah, I would love that.
Let's go and explore. I'll take you all around. But this has been so much fun. Like, so tell everybody where they can learn more about Pretty Girl Sweat, because I want to make sure that everyone is on the newsletter for the next festival.
Absolutely.
And any upcoming events.
So all you have to do is go to prettygirlsweat.com. You can become a member. You can sign up for our newsletter. You can see how we make fitness fun at all of our past events. And, you can absorb content, get inspiration, read stories. It's the place to be, right? But we're on socials as well. So if you go to Instagram, Pretty Girl Sweat, you can go there. I highly suggest that, people subscribe to our broadcast channel on Instagram. What I'm doing there every day is just pumping out inspiration. So I do like an inspirational message every morning. And it really just helps, women get pumped to like be their best selves.
Oh, I love that.
So that's there. And we post like 3 times a day on there. And the purpose of that is all of our content on Instagram is underneath the category sweat, savor, and soul. Everything starts with the letter S. And so we want to make sure that if you can't think of how you want to move your body, we're going to post some sort of workout or some sort of inspiration to get you moving. Then there's going to be a recipe that you could possibly try that day. And then the soul part is just about mental health and really tapping into yourself and also finding community through some of the funny things we post. It's like, we'll post something funny just so people can like connect and be like, that's totally me, and you feel like you're not alone.
Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
We have to do this again, but in the meantime, we're going to go grocery shopping.
Yes, we absolutely are. Can't wait.